Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the 2025 eclipse season for the sign of Aquarius. So do keep in mind that this is a tarot reading. This is not an astrology reading. So if you're looking for specific astrological content around this eclipse season, I would recommend that you contact an astrologer or you check out one of the many available videos on this topic on YouTube. The way that this works is there are 4 eclipses in the year of 2025. The first set of eclipses starts here in March, one on March 14th and one on March 29th. And the energies from this set of eclipses span out until the next set of eclipses, which are in September. Okay, so when we're looking at eclipses, it's typically bigger, broader, deeper themes and messages in our lives. This is not day-to-day stuff. This is not like a normal new moon or full moon. You know, eclipses can even bring about dramatic events in life. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at what's going on for you here in this area. But I also should note that there is a full schedule of the eclipses in the description below this video if you're interested in checking that out for yourself. And also, the eclipses this year are in Virgo, Aries, and Pisces, with 2 of them being in Virgo. So that's the predominant energy in this eclipse season. I also thought it was wise to do this type of reading because right now there's so much going on in the world, and there's a feeling that potentially we could see some events that happen on the world stage during these eclipses, but definitely not fear-mongering in any way. It's just this is where we are. Let's go ahead and set up all of these cards and see what we have going on for you. And all right, I think that's looking just about good enough to me for right now. Energy on the bottom. You do have the Ace of Cups. So as I was pulling these cards, it seems like the love situation here looks very, very positive for you, Aquarius. If you're already in a if you're already in a relationship, you could enter into a deeper level of commitment. For the singles as well, this could bring around a significant union or partnership in your life. Now, for the people here who are not here for love, the Ace of Cups may ask you to connect to some sort of vision or dream that you have in your life, particularly one that is around happiness, right? This could talk about you bringing in some new happiness, bringing in some new joy into your life over the next 6 months. We're really looking at a 6-month period of time in this reading, but you may get some fresh starts that just make you feel so happy, that make you feel sort of head over heels, right? In your life. But the love theme here is definitely hard to ignore in this reading as I look at the cards that we've pulled for you. So let's try to get a bunch of different messages here for you, Aquarius. But in the middle position here, you do have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is definitely, you could say like this could be like a knight in shining armor type of energy. When you research the Knight of Cups, that definitely comes in. This could also be somebody who is very interested in courtship, in love matters as well. And it can just signify an event in your love life happening here. By the way, some of you who are interested in, there's definitely a fertility energy on this reading. Fertility signature here. Now, we don't have the Ace of Wands or the Empress, which would really solidify it, but we do have the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups, as well as the Page of Cups. Yeah, so that could be news on the way around birthing a child into the world, if that's something that you're looking for. And we don't have any like marriage cards that I look for, but the relationship end here on this reading looks very, very positive. The Knight of Cups in another area of your life may see you connecting to a creative venture here. In fact, some of you may even find yourself with the ability to profit off of a creative endeavor or a creative venture here. As you have the King of Pentacles next to it, there's definitely some potential as well for a dream to come into reality, as both the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups can signify having like a new start or an event connected to one of your dreams unfolding or being undertaken in your life. So it's very, very positive, this message so far, based on the cards here, but let's continue forward. In the first column, you have the Lovers, the Hermit, and the Five of Pentacles. So Lovers, definitely solid for a relationship in this situation. It's a a union type of energy, especially if we end up getting the Two of Pentacles in the the Two of Cups in the clarifications. But on the other end, it represents a choice that you have to make in life. And for some of you, you may be deciding to undergo some level of self-study here with the Hermit. The Hermit can even talk about like pilgrimages as well, like doing something for your own wisdom, for your Dharma even. This is a very spiritual card in that the Hermit can sometimes rather the hermit can sometimes prefer to be sort of isolated, tucked away on their own, engaging in their studies, in their learnings, acquiring wisdom in that way. This is a energy of like self-study as well. I've said that a few times, but you can see here that they're shining the flashlight, right? So they're kind of trying to find the light in the dark as well, trying to find that answer to a important question, really. So some of you may even be answering an important question. And I would say, like, first, I think it's important to connect to your dreams. I also have been saying this to some other signs, but I'll say this here because we have this idea of the dream world, the dream space. During eclipses, it can be very hard to get solid sleep. Okay, it's well known that it can be very, very challenging to get a full night's sleep during an eclipse. So my thing here for you is try to get as much rest as you can around March 14th, March 29th, give or take a few days, and then if you remember, September 7th, and I believe the other one is September 21st. Again, September 21st. The whole schedule will be below, but something to consider as well. And I would also pay really close attention to any sort of divine messages that are coming through in your dreams at this time. The Five Pentacles, it can talk about maybe a loss as well in your life financially, but it can talk about a loss in any area. But I usually view this, especially when it's in the lower row. The lower row can be your subconscious, right? The way that you're talking to yourself. This may mean that you are talking to yourself in a negative way. You may say to yourself like, "Oh, I don't like. Why do I deserve this?" Or I could never have that, or, this is too far-fetched. That type of language, that type of self-talk will not do you justice or will not serve you well during this period of time. And so that might be an area to look at as well, because there's a clear dream that is that you are wanting to connect to here during the next 6 months. For many of you, this will be in love, okay? But there's also maybe something here in your financial area, as I see this final column here, some destined opportunity as well. In the middle column, you have the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Page of Cups. I mean, this is basically everything that you want in your love life, okay? Showing up. The Page of Cups can talk about an offer or a proposal in your love life. And the Ten of Cups is basically total and complete happiness. It is a family card. You can see the young family here outside with their children, and they own the house in the background. It's basically an idyllic situation, right? So if you feel a strong connection to somebody, which I'm sure many of you here do, this is a very, very positive, a very auspicious message for you as it relates to your relationship stuff, Aquarius. I do think that there might be like a dream that you have around real estate as well. The Ten of Cups is a real estate card. As you see the house in the background, they own the house. And also this King of Pentacles. Why don't we jump ahead here? You have the Two of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. This is one of these readings that's like really straightforward. And this is why I'm kind of wanting to see what the clarifications are so we can get a more specific message. Two of Wands suggests that there's a deep amount of potential around something in your life. Okay, this person realizes that the world is in the palm of their hands. They can go anywhere from here, really. That is the idea of the Two of Wands, because they have kind of lit the initial spark, which is represented in the Ace of Wands, which comes before the Two of Wands, and now they're realizing, wow, I'm so glad I've taken this action. I'm so glad I've lit this flame because the world is in front of me. And so it can say that you're maybe on the precipice of a new journey as well in life, because the Three of Wands, which would come after the Two, is about grand adventures or going on trips and travels and journeys. The Two of Wands, though, says that there's potential there. It's not quite there yet, but the potential is very much there. You then have the Wheel of Fortune, which is not only about potential, but luck. It's like a lucky strike type of deal. This is your destiny in the tarot. This is the destiny card. However, it says do not miss out, right? Do not, do not miss out, because the wheel keeps spinning when you get the Wheel of Fortune. So it says that luck can strike for you, but you need to take advantage of it when it strikes, because otherwise you may miss out on the opportunity. But it is an opportunity to increase your growth in some way, your abundance, but also to walk down the path of your destiny. You then have the King of Pentacles here, which is a really healthy and positive card for looking at your financial situation in a straightforward way. This person is extremely successful in their career and also in their investments. And it is a card that may indicate that you are somebody who likes to acquire types of assets such as real estate and gold, particularly real estate and gold with the King of Pentacles. This wouldn't be like equities, right? It wouldn't be like stocks or cryptocurrencies. This person would prefer to invest in like material, like earthly materials such as gold, and also like the real estate, right? The dwelling, the home unit, right? Property, something that is connected to land in some way, right? So for some of you, this is definitely a dream that maybe you're looking to capitalize on. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at the oracle cards here and see what is showing up in that area. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And why don't we pull this one as well? And then take a look at the energy on the bottom. You have hope, love, and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Well, I think self-love here is also on the board. You know, if you are not, like, if the relationship stuff that I am talking about is not really connecting or resonating with you, this could talk about moving into some level of self-love. And particularly, like, making sure that you're using positive, healthy words towards yourself, specifically as it relates to money, right? Or this dream or this goal. Because I'm looking at this Five of Pentacles here, right? Saying that like you don't deserve something, or you're constantly in this lack mentality, or this using negative self-talk is not going to put you onto this path of your destiny during this time. So it can be easier said than done, but it's definitely showing up in the cards. You then here have Green Terra, supreme protection, you are protected, cords are being cut, move beyond limitation, and trust. And then you have Krishna, devotion, trust your spiritual guidance, your commitment has been recognized, you are loved unconditionally. Key word here right now for you is trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the commitment that you and this other person have agreed to do or agreed to take on. There's this message here, or even trust in the universe, trust in God, whatever you believe in. There's a real element of trust here showing up. Now you also here have Bridget, inner strength, move back to wholeness, recognize that you have the power. Diana, focused intention, think about what you desire, set your sights high, expect the best possible outcome. Big one for you is to expect the best possible outcome, because I always say when I get that card, you know, it's better to expect the best than to expect something negative, right? People who always think something negative is going to happen, it's more likely that those people are more likely to have negative things happen, right? So for you, why not expect the best possible outcome, particularly if you're looking to be approved for something? You do have news here, you do have events here showing up with knights and pages on this reading. So that's definitely something coming in here. You then have El Moria, awakening presence. The universe is with you, wear a cloak of protection and love, as well as one of my 3 favorite cards here, Sanat Kumara, light activation, shine your light, your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. This is big, internal guidance, right? The word, I've been saying it throughout this whole reading, the words that you're using on yourself are very, very big at this time. All right, so why don't we go ahead and start to clarify this reading by pulling 9 additional tarot cards and see what comes forward for you. Do hope you're doing well, Aquarius. Hope things are going good for you. All right, let me just go ahead and split the deck here, and then we'll get right into it for you. Okay, wow, Ace of Cups, man. The universe is just doubling down here. Definitely someone getting married or again, no, we don't have marriage cards, but we have basically perfect relationship. Maybe you're already married and it's just you're ready for the next step in that situation. Certainly could be getting married, but anyway, Ace of Cups, new beginning in love, and yeah, it looks really healthy. The Six of Swords can talk about rites of passages. Wow, that's actually pretty powerful with the Hermit, because remember I even said the Hermit, it could be a card of like pilgrimages or like finding the light within the dark. This is somebody who prefers to sort of sometimes be in isolation, not forever, but sometimes as they learn something important about themselves. And then you have this rite of passage energy with the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords can also be around a transition in life, you know? It is a card that can indicate a move, potentially a move that is on the horizon for you. And it almost feels like you're going to new places um, in your relationship, and also potentially your living space could change for the best. Maybe you need to purchase or move into a larger home as you're welcoming in or expecting a child, or a family member's coming in to live with you. Something like this could be happening. The Nine of Wands, it is a card of resistance. This is the one zone in this reading that's challenging, but we're not going to focus on that too much because everything else is incredibly positive here. But the Nine of Wands is about resistance, and this person's about to give up. You can see that they're wearing a bandage here on their head. They are definitely weary and tired from the battle that they've been in up to this point. But if they just continue and see it through and stick it out to the end, they will very, very soon get to the Ten of Wands, which is, the card after it. That is a completion. So it's the thing is for you though, with the Nine of Wands and the Five of Pentacles, the major resistance on this in this reading for you is your self-talk around money. And remember, I said that there's some sort of dream here. I've said this a bunch of times because it's showing up in the card so clearly. There's a dream you really want to connect to, and there's some resistance around. It's almost like you're in disbelief that this could happen, type of deal. Maybe some of you will connect to that. You then have the Six of Cups, the Page of Cups, wow, and the Four of Pentacles. Six of Cups is something from the past, You've always wanted this relationship situation. It's almost like an idyllic, like dream situation. Something you've wanted for a long time is happening during this eclipse. You have one of the happiest readings in this message, in this set of readings I've done. You're actually my last sign. And yeah, it seems like the coast is clear for you in love matters. If that's not resonating at all, I would say take the other messages I've brought forward. Yeah. You then have I'm going to skip over the Page of Cups because I've already talked about it, but you then have the Four of Pentacles, which is really about, the Four of Pentacles says you may need to let go of something. It can sort of bring in a message of perfection or perfectionism. And perfectionism is a challenging energy because it does lead us to produce great things, but it also leads us to never really be content or happy with what we make, right? That's true perfectionism. And the idea is like, it's maybe sort of like you have to let go of one thing, realizing that you have a perfect or a near perfect situation. This person's holding on to one pentacle, and they know that they have these other pentacles, but they just cannot, for the life of them, let go of one of them. They would be completely fine, but with the three pentacles they have, but they just cannot let go of the last one, right? And it's this idea that maybe you've got this perfect love situation, this perfect union here, but there's like one thing about it that is holding you back that you can't let go of. And, you might miss out on this situation type of deal, right? And so can you make compromises around something is maybe showing up in this reading. I'm doing my best to do a love reading, but as you know, this is not my MO. So that's also showing up. But then also, there's something about like some of you feel like if you have to spend money or put money somewhere that you'll never get it back type deal. Let's see what else we have. You have the King of Cups now. Wow, the most cups in a reading I've had in a long time. And there's the marriage card, Four of Wands, and the Justice card. Maybe some of you want like a really extravagant wedding. Some of you are maybe going to connect to that, or there's something about like paying for the wedding, or I don't know. Maybe some of you, one of the two of you, wants to go like big on this wedding or something like that, and you're like, there might be something there because of all of these Pentacles cards and all of that. But it seems like you're going to go for it. You then have the King of Cups, which is another dreamer type of energy, and also the idea of being like calm, cool, and collected as you pursue this potential, because it's with the Two of Wands. And realizing that the universe has given you this potential for a reason. So trust in the ability for you to see this come through. And then the Wheel of Fortune and the Justice card is interesting because those cards come one after the other. And really, it's like with the Wheel of Fortune, you kind of have an opportunity to get on the wheel or stay off the wheel. And based on that action, you will basically reap what you sow. The Justice card is the idea that you reap what you sow, right? It shows us that there is really a true importance to the actions we take. And the Wheel of Fortune is like this lucky strike or this opportunity to either get on the wheel or stay off. And the Justice card shows us the result of that, right? Okay, we're going to go ahead and also take a look at clarifying this situation with the Kipper cards here. You have probably the most straightforward reading I've done for this set of readings. All right, let's go ahead and let's see what we have. So you have sudden wealth, thief, family room, distant horizons, mature woman, and occupation. Okay. Interesting. It's almost like you're overspent. There's maybe this message that you feel like you're overspending on something. Maybe somebody's trying to overcharge you on something. I would say one message here is like if you're looking to make a big purchase, let's say for a wedding or for something else in your life, maybe a house, maybe a car, I would get a second opinion with you see the document in this person's hand and this thief idea. I'd probably get a second opinion. The Distant Horizons card's interesting because that's 1 to 3 months in the future. So I think this first eclipse set is going to be pretty important for you here, Aquarius. And then sudden wealth, mature woman, and occupation. Yeah, reaching a new level of maturity in your career could also be showing up if you're here, if you're still watching this, because this has basically been a love reading. And then you have family room, which, you know, this is about, I think some of you welcoming in a new family member. So this is what I have for you here, Aquarius. What an incredible reading. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.